It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas.
Don't sing that whole song. Merry holidays. Happy ho-ho. I don't know what you say, where you're at, but it is the holiday season, and we are just here having a great time. We have actually cracked a fresh bottle of wine.
I poured myself a big gulp.
And big gulps, eh? Well, see you later. And we're just here to celebrate with you guys, to celebrate life, to celebrate love, to celebrate relationships, to celebrate every good thing, and to take gratitude for this moment in time.
And we are so grateful to spend this time with you. This time of year I love because it's the one time of year where everybody knows they should be doing what we literally should be doing all year, one time a year. It's like one time a year, every family should be getting together when why don't we celebrate like it's the holidays all throughout the year?
And yes, when we say family too, we always mean those closest to you. Family does not need to be biological.
100%.
And
your loved ones.
Taking the time to be with your loved ones. It's a lot more difficult this year, but even if it's electronically, even if it's from a distance, taking the time to sit there and just conversate and hang out and be together as a family unit is so important.
Exactly. And that's why we wanted to do this podcast today. How many excuses could we have? Hey, it's kind of Christmas tomorrow. We should maybe not do this podcast.
Yeah, definitely.
Anyhow, Kyle, what is your favorite part about the holidays?
A bit more difficult this year.
Okay.
But it's always for me getting together with my family. We have a great Christmas tradition. We always go over to my grandpa's house on Christmas Eve, and he's luckily still around with us, still causing hell, doing some amazing things. But we go there and we have a traditional Trinidadian feast. My family is from Trinidad.
Cool.
And so we go there, we eat curry chicken, roti, dal, stew, and we just go ham, and we just have a great time. And it's been that way since I can remember. My family, my cousins, everybody comes, they get together. And it's not about gifts. It's not about any of those things. It's just about hanging out and just recapping and just telling old stories and bringing back old memories and making new ones. What would you say your favorite part is?
Taking time, stopping the craziness of everyday life and just focusing on being with family. And obviously we have to make some adjustments this year. I feel like there's going to be a lot of people having Zoom family Christmases, which is totally, hey, adapt is all we can do.
Right.
And so we need to make the best of what we have. And we can't change what's going on in the world. We cannot control what's going on with the pandemic. We cannot control what's going on with our governments. We cannot control. So this is all out of our control. The only thing we can control is how we respond to this. And we can choose to allow it to ruin a perfectly blessed time. Or we could choose to try and make the best of it and surround yourself with love regardless of the circumstances and celebrate life, because life should be celebrated.
And we said it a few episodes ago, but presence is a present.
Yes.
Everything seems to slow down at this time of the year for a lot of people. Not everybody. There's some people who this is kind of maybe where it speeds up. But if you are fortunate enough to have some type of holiday break or vacation or time away from work, life slows down for a short amount of time, and it just becomes about simpler things. Waking up, eating, forming and nurturing relationships. You don't have to worry about the hustle and bustle and all the intense things, because the planet starts to slow down. Business doesn't operate the same. It's kind of standard across the world in North America, not obviously across the world, but for things to slow down around now. And being present in the moment and enjoying it and laughing and smiling and joking about the things in your current situation is the present. It is the best part about Christmas or the holidays.
So when you were saying time slows down, this is where I actually have some, I want to unwrap this a little bit, because I often find when I'm having the best time, it feels like it goes by really fast. And I think it's because you don't have a concept of time, because time doesn't exist. You're not conscious of, we'll do a podcast and 20 minutes goes by like it's 5.
Yeah.
Or we'll be, off somewhere on a trip and we're gone for 10 days, but it felt like 3. So I always wrestle with that. Like, time slows down. Well, it doesn't feel like it. It feels like it speeds up because you're not considering time. And then when you're waiting for your pot to boil, why does that feel forever? That time really slows down when you're trying to boil water.
Yeah, it's like that. It's like that saying, life is long and short at the same time.
Yeah.
Like, there's moments that seem like an eternity, and then there's things that just like fly by.
Right. And I find it's the things that fly by is when you're not considering time. When time does not exist, that means you're present, because there is no time in the present moment. There is only now. There is only what you're experiencing in this moment.
I think the saying time slows down like when you're on vacation or having a good time is because time becomes your own. You're more in control of your hours in a day and where to spend them. When you're working, you have a meeting, you have this, you have to wake up, you have to go, you have to in order to either keep your job or accomplish something. Whereas when you have a holiday, like, it doesn't, for a lot of people, it doesn't matter if you go to bed at 6 p.m. or 4 a.m. in the morning. Like, that's your choice. That's your decision. You can ride it out. Like, if you want to dance on the tables till 4 in the morning, that's on you.
Right.
But if you want to get the best sleep possible and be in bed by 7, that's on you too. You have the choice. And I think that's so freeing. Choice over time.
100%.
And that's such a gift in the holidays, because that is what allows us to choose the people that we want to see in that time. Like, so many people in your life, but during the holidays, you get to choose who you spend that time with, who you drive to go see, who you talk with on the phone, because you can't do everybody. You cannot do everybody. You could send out a post or a message to a lot of people on Facebook, but you can't talk to everybody on Christmas. And it's kind of like you always know who your closest people are when something good happens to you. Who is it that you get on the phone with and call right away? Who is it that you tell right away?
Share good news with.
Good news with. Those people, because you're subconsciously doing this. It's like, something happened, I have to tell somebody. And the people that come to the top of your mind, those are your people.
Yeah. I like that. That's a good litmus test.
Yeah. And, it's always weird sometimes in the holidays too, because you have if you're in a relationship, like, whose parents do we spend time with this year? Or like,
there's
like,
always
there's
complications.
Like, there's some stuff like that. But maybe the Zoom stuff will be great. But like, well, we could do both. Get to stay at home. Who knows?
So one thing I really love about the holiday season is taking it as an opportunity to recharge the batteries, right? Take stock of where you're at, especially going into the new year, right? You like this time of year, you indulge, you eat turkey, you get the pudding, you pies, all kinds of good stuff. And usually that's why I feel like Jan 1 is so effective as a year. Like, all right, let's get it. Let's put in the work. I'm going to buy the gym membership. I'm going to get the gym equipment. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. And all of the indulgence that leads up to that point, I feel it's almost important that we do take time to treat ourselves, to take time off, to take the foot off the gas pedal. Because if you run an engine pedal to the metal, it breaks. So I feel like the holiday season is such a great opportunity to get an oil change, to just park it and take stock. And there's no better year to just take stock of what you're grateful for. Look at your life. Look at it, despite the chaos, despite the shakeups, what do you have in your life that you can truly be deeply grateful for? Focus on that, and it's going to be a wonderful holiday season.
There's one always red flag, though, about this time of the year. And it's kind of where capitalism sometimes roars its red head. We both love capitalism. Like, we own conscious capitalism.
Yeah.
But consumerism is at an all-time high in Christmas.
In Christmas. Okay, good. I'm glad you clarified that, because I feel like that trend is changing.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the years of 20 gifts for every kid. I feel like
It's still there, though.
it is still there, but I do feel like it is slowly shifting
I
to
agree.
more meaningful. Like, I want to give one thoughtful gift
Mm-hmm.
instead of 5 rand. I just feel like behavior's slowly changing, and I feel like it's less about quantity and it's more about quality.
Yeah.
Less about the quantity of people that you hang with or the quantity of people that you have on your social profiles, right? It's more about the quality of time that you spend with your loved ones. And I feel like that's now more than ever, this crazy time that we're in. How good does it feel to be with your loved ones, where it's like a little sanctuary, it's like a little oasis where the craziness doesn't exist because you're just there with your loved ones.
But the red flags I see, though, is, and just because I've felt it personally, never came up with massive amounts of money, right? Always, my family's always been there and always supported me, and I've never been struggling. But being an entrepreneur, turn the pockets inside out and butterflies are floating out sometimes, right?
You've eaten some ramen noodles.
Yes. Sometimes you get so caught up in the advertisements, the TV, the Cyber Monday sales, the new product drops, the this, the that, and you see all of this exchange of capital, and you think, man, everybody's buying all this sick stuff for people because it's nice to give gifts. It's nice to have that feeling of, here you go, this is for you.
There's no better feeling.
And it can make you feel bad when you don't have the means to give a monetary gift. We're not talking about time or building something, or sometimes because you get so wrapped up in consumerism. And I sometimes wish that, the energy of social media and television and all that wouldn't highlight that so much, because it's not a good feeling, and gifts can be so much more. And I've learned this with time too, being there, being present, giving a person your time, telling them that you're going to do an event with them or take an excursion. It's so easy, and those are the things that you remember the most. Nobody ever looks back in their life be like, oh yeah, you remember that sick Ghostbuster I got?
Yeah, exactly.
The third version with the throw up photon pack or something.
No one, so true.
Nobody remembers that. Remember that G.I. Joe? Remember that Pokemon? Remember, it's just the same thing every year. What's the newest thing
that you end up throwing out?
Dora Explorer.
You're so right. It's not the real gifts is not what you can buy.
No.
That's actually really interesting. The real gifts cannot be bought. You can't true deep gifts, the gifts of time, the gifts of love, the gifts of sharing experiences. You can't buy that.
You know what the sad thing about that is? If you can't buy it, that means that there's an infinite resource of it. If there's an infinite resource of it, why do we only choose on Christmas to use that resource? It's kind of like, why do we wait for a funeral to buy somebody roses?
Oh man, you're hitting it hard.
So this one's just resonating, is wow, why can't it be the love and appreciation and presence and connection we have during Christmas, why can't that be every day? There's nothing preventing it from being every day other than yourself. Other than you getting in your own way and putting mental blocks in front of yourself, saying that that can't happen every day. Because we just said it's not about the money. It's not about the monetary gifts. It's about the moments, the journey. So that's an unlock. It's about Christmas every day of the year. It's about holidays every day of the year. It's about being free.
Celebrating life every day. It can't get better than that. That is a climax. And wow. Kyle, thank you for that.
No worries. That was just, I think, what I wish I could experience all the time. Like, you know, that's an ideology.
Yeah, right. And that's why it felt so good.
But how can we take an ideology and turn that into a Budo Brothers
challenge? Ooh. All right. The Budo Brothers challenge in your new year is to celebrate holidays every day. Every day is a holiday. In your new year, make every day a holiday. Meaning, spend time with your loved ones. Celebrate life. Do all of the things that you do because it's the holidays every day.
And everybody listening to this podcast right now, I want to, from the bottom of Eric and I's heart, thank you for listening. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for listening to two guys talk about their journey and share their stories on martial arts and entrepreneurship. You guys mean everything to us, and we are so grateful to have you.
The deepest level of gratitude.
Absolutely. All right.
Thank you, everyone. And I hope everybody has an incredible holiday, and get ready for the new year because we are going to be dishing carpet bombs of Budo Brothers challenges. Challenges everywhere because this new year we're going to gear up for. We're going to get ready to make it our own and take charge, go on the offensive, and we want you to join us.
Till next week.
We will see you on New Year's Eve is the next episode.
Whose birthday is that?
That's my birthday. I'm a New Year's baby, aka the best birthday and the worst birthday. The best birthday because there's always a party. Worst birthday because you can never get your friends together because it's always New Year's.
For sure.
All right, well, raise a drink for me.
I'll be there.
All right. All right, we will see you on the next episode. Enjoy. Dude, you fucking crushed that.
Fuck.
That was sick.
I have no rhythm.
Oh, you were hitting it hard. Holy fuck.